Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Wanda. Hi. Today I will be creating an acrylic sign using this beautiful candy color adhesive vinyl. This collection has 3 different rolls. One of them is called candy color, and that's this one right here. I already used this for one project. There's also hollow cloud, which is this one. And lastly, we have this one called Sparkle Fluid. And this one looks kind of glittery. I also want to mention that these vinyls are water resistant. That is so cool. So before we get started, let's start by measuring our acrylic. That's going to help us to have an idea of what size we should create our design. So let's remove the plastic off the acrylic. Just in case you're wondering where I bought this, I got it at Michael's. It was on clearance, so of course I had to get it. Before placing the vinyl on the acrylic, you want to make sure you spray this down with some rubbing alcohol. This will help stick the vinyl on the surface much better, and it will also make the vinyl last on the surface much longer. So now just pat dry the surface, and once it's completely dry, then start to apply your vinyl. Just make sure it's completely dry. You can also air dry for a couple of minutes before applying your vinyl. And lastly, don't forget to measure your acrylic size. This will help get a more accurate size in the design you're creating. This is about 7 inches and 6.5 in height. So I'm thinking that I will make my design at least 4 to 5 inches height. Alright, so I'll be using the halo cloud, which is this one. So let's open our roll. I will say that I love pink, and this looks beautiful. The name goes perfect with this vinyl. This is just like clouds, pink clouds. There's also other pastel colors on this though. Soft pastel colors. So now let's start cutting, and I will be using this to cut my vinyl. So now I'll just remove this tape and set it on the side so I can put it back on the vinyl when I'm done. I want to make sure I don't waste any of this vinyl, so I'll measure really good. Whatever I don't use, I'll just put away inside this roll. And let's just place this on our roll just to keep it from opening. And of course, I'll be using a TeckWrap matte standard grip. Placing it like this. And I'll be using this squeegee just to make sure it adheres to it. And now let's cut her up. And we're all set. Now for the weeding. So let's just remove our vinyl from the mat. And I'll just cut this extra off and save it for another project. So now that this is cut, I'll be using my pin pen to do the weeding. So this vinyl is a little bit thick, so that's why you see me going slower, because I want to make sure I don't lose any of my letters. I would recommend putting more pressure when cutting the vinyl, since it's a little bit thicker than normal vinyl. And also my design consists more of letters, so I want to make sure I don't lose any of the letters. But other than that, this vinyl is pretty easy to weed. This sign that I'm creating is for my personal use, is for my craft room, so I'm pretty excited about this. Short story time. So this name is a name that AI chose for me, and it's for my small YouTube Spanish channel. Before choosing the name, AI gave me 3 different names, and this was the one I ended up staying with. Well, I still have a little bit more to go, so I'll be putting this on a fast mode. So this is how it turned out. Now I'll be using this TeckWrap transfer tape. I'll be using a small piece. All right, so let's peel a corner. And now just place it on top of our design. I like that this has these lines, helps you align much better. And I'll be using the TeckWrap squeegee to burnish this, make sure it sticks on the transfer tape. Here's our sign. I'll be putting this under just to help me place it better, since I was not able to take this out of. I'm not sure if this can come off, but I'll just put it this way. Okay. So I'll be pulling this backing up and pulling the tape down. There. And now I'll just try to center it. Make sure. You know what? I could probably, to line it, I could probably use this, since it's got lines, so that way I kind of have an idea where I'm going to be placing it. And I'll use this to help me burnish it. There. And now let's pull the transfer tape off. When you're pulling, try not to pull up. Pull sideways like this. That'll make it easier. And that way you don't pick up your letters. There. And this transfer tape is still sticky, so I'll just put it back on the backing and save it for another project. That way we don't waste our tape. And there we go. This turned out beautiful. Really beautiful. This vinyl was so easy to weed, to transfer. Peeling it was pretty smooth. And the applying was super easy. So I really like this. And that is it for this video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit like. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. See you on the next video. Bye bye.